Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is the 144th episode of the Political Spotlight. Here is our amazingly beautiful thumbnail. Episode 144 is titled Forward Ho. Look at our new background. We got some new background here, folks. If you want to see, this is our new our new studio title card here. There's that. You can see here. We'll put up the overlay. This is what the overlay looks like. We're kind of experimenting around with a little bit of a cleaner look here. We may be going through some growing spells here. You know, I thought I was going to be late. Hey, look, Lisa Lewis, me too. I got to be really honest. I also thought that I was going to be late, but we weren't too late. And I've got to tell you, this is interesting. I have you guys up on on a tripod, and it's rather interesting because if you notice, it kind of takes the reflection directly out of my eyes, and if I get close enough, look, you can kind of see my eyes. And it's been a whole long time before viewers, it's been a long time since viewers have actually seen my eyes. Back in the olden days, well, you know, that's the thing is we are live here, and this is kind of like a poor man's. This is kind of like a poor man's OnlyFans. So you can still become a member and pay for content. I can show you my my elbow if you like. I also got a foot. I can look what we've got here. I could take this off like this and show you my foot if you so chose. I could actually do that. So you know, but you guys are gonna have to pay a little bit more if you want to see content like that. Okay. So let's do this. Let's give a little bit of a grandma update. And I'm going to say this to everybody out there that is religious of a faith, whatever faith that you are Christian, whatever. She's going through a little bit of a hard time right now. Just kind of mentally, she's ready to be back in the house. She's now been out of the house. The surgery. We left the house at 4:30 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning on the 5th. She's now been out of the house since the 5th. And this is the longest time that she has ever been out of the house. You know, her and my grandfather have never really been apart this long, and she's feeling down. She's a very active person. If you're out there listening and watching, we're all thinking about you and praying. I don't know if she's watching. She normally likes to watch the show in the evenings. Her and my grandpa watch the show in the evenings, and she's kind of been hit and miss because she's been able to watch it. Yeah, I do have pants on. Isn't that amazing? I amazingly do this with pants on. There was one time in my entire broadcast career where I did a show in my underwear, in my boxer briefs, and lo and behold, wouldn't you know it, a major event occurred, and I actually got up and walked away from the camera and came back into view of the camera while I was wearing underwear. And I instantly realized what had happened. I killed the feed and I immediately deleted that video. That video is not out there anywhere for anyone to see. There are Darla Barber remembers that. Audie Barber brings it up to my attention on a couple of occasions, normally a month or so. He mentions it, once or twice a month. There are some of you lucky fans who have been here long enough that remembers that, and that absolutely, honest to God, happened. And I learned very quickly. Oh, no. This is long before YouTube. This is back in the days when I had Perception is Reality, which was an audio only. And what I did was I live streamed to Facebook solely. And so I would live stream on Facebook a nightly show, and but I would go all over the time. Oh yes. No, I was actually in Muncie when that happened. It was when I first moved back to Muncie after living in Winchester, and I'll tell you what actually happened was it was probably one of the first times I had a panic attack. I thought I was dying. I was like, oh my God, I'm dying. I'm having a heart attack. And so I was really freaked out. It was around an election time. It was actually in the fall. And I had been no sleep, working crazy. And I felt really weird. And I was like, I think I'm going to pass out. And so it was just really bizarre. So I realized after that event, hey, all my cop training came back to me. You always need to be ready. You know how you always tell people to wear clean underwear? You don't want to be in an accident in dirty underwear. Well, it's kind of like this. You don't want to live stream in the event, because where I live stream regularly, I have been live streaming up a couple times, and there have been really major accidents right out front of House 57, the studio. The Lighthouse Studio that I'm in, and I have been in the middle of live streaming before, and there's been major accidents that have occurred. And because of who I am, I don't just say, okay, I'll let that rock and roll. I'll keep on live streaming. You guys lay out there in the ditch, I get up and go help. And so I determined at that point I probably should at least wear shorts to live stream in, if not full pants. So I promise I am fully clothed when I do these shows. Back to the grandma update. So grandma's doing well. The knees are doing well. She's still having a little bit of pain in the leg because of the femur. The femur is a major break. You've got to understand, for months leading up to this surgery, okay? Well, I wasn't a cop at the time. I wasn't at the cop. This is once I've gotten older, Doug Brewer. I've not been a cop in many, many years. And I don't know that it's actually a panic attack. It was just like, I'm kind of a hypochondriac a little bit. It's a long story. Do not fear, Doug Brewer. I can't shoot you. I mean, I can absolutely shoot you if you'd like. But it is what it is. Okay. Anyways, so back to the story here. She's got, for months leading up to the surgery, we were telling her how easy this was going to be, because it was going to be a knee operation, and those are easy. They're difficult, but in the long run, they're easy. It doesn't take that long to recoup from those. Well, lo and behold, obviously she's alive, and we thank God for that, and everything's wonderful. But the worst case kind of scenario happened, other than dying. They broke her femur, and that's a major break. She will get better. That will get better. But when you're going through it, you don't really realize that, This is just one day since the last. I keep telling her, I know it feels like a long time since she's been home, but it's only technically been 2 weeks tomorrow. Think about where you will be 3 months from now. Things will be better. She'll clearly be home. We have a doctor's appointment, a post-op appointment this Tuesday. They're going to tell her she's doing wonderful. Of course, she is doing wonderful. She's doing her rehab and her exercises, and she's just chomping at the bit. Yeah, Doug. She's just chomping at the bit to get home, and we are ready for her to get home, and I think she'll be home soon. She very well, quite realistically, could be home this week. We want her home as soon as she can be home. We don't want her to get home too early because we want her to be healthy enough to do what she's got to do while at home. But we are ready for her to come home. So, thoughts and prayers for her. Right now, she's just needing to remember that she's got to stay positive and do what she's got to do. And we're going to get her home as soon as possible. And they're going to have a good spring and a good summer. They've got a bunch of car shows they need to get to, and so she needs to be back up and healthy for that. So, and I fully believe that she will be, and think that everything will be good to go. Matter of fact, she'll probably be doing better than the rest of us when she gets home. She will be able. I keep telling her she's going to do cartwheels up and down the stairs when she gets home. So she doesn't believe me. We were watching, my grandpa and I were watching TV last night, and there was some kind of a vitamin commercial with Tony Hawk. Did you set up a laptop or something for her to watch the show? No, she's got her phone, and so she can watch. She might be watching now. She's got her phone, and she can watch from her room. But it's just not the same thing as watching from the TV. And sometimes, she's afraid that it might bother. She's got a roommate in her room, and so that is what it is. And she's got a wonderful person as a roommate. And has been helping her a lot and talking to her. So yeah, she's gonna be good to go. Everything's gonna be great. Yes, I did not get to the shave, and I'm not gonna shave. It's been a minute since I've shaved. I'm gonna keep it going, but I did not get to the haircut this weekend. Tomorrow is President's Day, so all of the government offices are shut down. I am going to get a haircut tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the haircut day. I'm excited. I'm gonna go in and get it. I would call her a future. Yes, I would. I would love for that. That would be fantastic. Yeah, I would. I would like for that to happen. That's hilarious. I was out there. I was actually out there one day. I went in to see her, and one of the I think it was one of the food the ladies that was like maybe one of the LPNs was out there, and she was like, "Hey, I watched your show." So if you're watching, I apologize I didn't catch your name, but if you're watching, thank you, welcome, and or if you see this, hi, hello, and yeah, it's that. So. Yeah, okay. Tonight's episode, Forward Ho. I was thinking about what we were going to talk about this evening, and we're kind of in the place. There's in the early part of this election, as in the early part of any election, there are always these moments where it's like a push and a pull. So it's the month filing period where you're filing and people are filing, and you want to call every day and find out who's filed. Is this person filing, or is the incumbent going to file for re-election? Hey, who, what's going to happen here? And it's like a really exciting time. And then you get to like the last week and you're like, come on, I want it to end already. And then that deadline hits. And then it's like, okay, there's a push to get paperwork. I want to get the paperwork. I want to see who the candidates are. I want to see if any of the candidates screwed up on their paperwork. hey, my grandmother is watching. And so please, please, if you could, ladies and gentlemen, if you are, if you are religious, if you are willing to pray for her and let her know, I would definitely appreciate that. She just texted me and said she is watching. So I'm happy. I'm happy that she did that. So she is watching, and I told her that everyone was thinking about her and praying for her. So we are going to get her home, and she'll be back here soon enough. And she doesn't realize that this is like a vacation for her, because when she gets home, she's got to do like the bills and the laundry and making sure that my grandpa's not not turning without his turn signal, and making sure that his shirt tail's tucked in and all that stuff. So she's she's kind of like on a vacation from home. It's like summer camp in the winter with your femur broken. And for a while, she was like on good drugs too. She did say thank you. She just said, thank you, everyone, for your thoughts and prayers. And then she put like a little monkey character and a heart and like praying hands. So, all right. We see hello here, Kristopher's granny. Hope you get back home as soon as you want. Hi, Mom. Julie. Hello, Grandma. Miss you. See, all these people are saying this. Danny's thoughts put up praying hands. Lisa says sending them healing prayers to Grandma. So yeah, isn't this look what a wonderful warm community here. Remember, at the hospital, they work for you. You don't work for them. Yes, that is true. Kate said hello, Grandma, with love from all of us. Yeah, wow, what a wonderful. And most people say I'm an asshole. Who would have thought? That's what I always said. I'm either a really nice person with kind of asshole tendencies, or I'm an asshole with nice person tendencies. It's one or the other. Brenda Grider put up praying hands. Hey, thank you, Brenda. I was down in your neck of the woods on Friday. I was actually going to look you up and see if you could. Are you a notary? I was going to actually see if you could notarize some paperwork for me, but I had it done at another place. And Audie's just trying to get your vote, Grandma. Yes. Yeah, see, Alva said, be at peace, Grandma. We're doing the best we can to keep Kristopher in line. Hey, it ain't me we got to keep in line. It's her husband. I want to meet Kid Rock says hello to your roommate too. I will keep that in mind, Brenda. I will keep that in mind. Hail, grandmother. Heal well. Get well soon, Grandma. Oh, wait. Hey, look, Tim Nickham. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. That really means a lot. Sorry, Kristopher, just getting out of the shower, but praying for your grandmother, wishing her a fast recovery. Well, I really appreciate that, and I know that she absolutely will appreciate that as well. And that really means a lot. And I know that. Ooh, I need to turn comments on. I hadn't turned comments on. I was just reading them. As Kate was putting them up. So now we've got the full comments on. Okay, it's time to get back to the political side of things. We've been nice long enough. Grandma can continue reading all of the nice wishes any of the rest of you put up. We got to get back to politics. Okay. So there's always comes this period in the political aspect of things, in this part of the political season where we're like rushing. So then we get past the filing period, and then we get to the paperwork part. We go through all of that, and then we've got a week to challenge if that's going to happen or not or whatever. And then we wait until from there we're like, okay, it's finally over. Well, no, it's not finally over. We have to wait until the challenge hearings. And the thing is, for most people, they're dealing with challenges from one county. So it's like, okay, well, I need to just watch one thing. Here at the Political Spotlight, we're watching challenges at the state level. We're watching challenges in Delaware County, in Randolph County, in Henry County, in Madison County, in Jay County, in Blackford County. I tend to watch what goes on in Marion County as well, although we don't talk about that a whole lot. And on top of all of that, we still have the actual government that's still going on. You know, I've had a lot of people said, "Man, are you missing what they're doing in Muncie? You're missing what's going on." I'm like, no, 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 no. We're still watching that. I'm still very much keeping an eye on what's happening. Winchester has a meeting this coming Tuesday. Muncie had their redevelopment commission meeting last week. We've been watching all of this. I've been watching what's going on in Anderson. I've been watching what's going on at the State House. We've just been focusing on the election, and there's only one of me, and there's only so many hours. I get people who already tell me that, man, you go on for way too long. 2 hours is too long. An hour and a half is too long. And I'm like, look, if I cut this down any shorter, there is no way. Here's the thing. I am still wanting to talk about national politics. But the thing is, I can't seem to think that I would be doing anybody any good if I am talking about national politics and leaving local on the table. So I'm always going to cover local first. Okay, Catherine says, let me ask you this question. Can a challenge be denied? There are two answers to that question. The first answer, I would say, is no. No, a challenge cannot be denied. Back up. If the challenge is legit, meaning I, Kristopher Bilbrey, who lives in Muncie, Delaware County, Indiana, cannot come to Madison County and challenge Mikhail Vaughn. Okay? I cannot challenge Mikhail in Madison County because I live and reside and I'm a voter in Delaware County. You, however, are allowed to challenge Todd Culp because you're a voter and a candidate in Madison County. I can challenge Bradley Bookout and Sherry Riggin in Delaware County because I live in Delaware County. So there's that. So yes, if I came over and challenged John Richwine, that challenge would be denied. Period. If you came over here and you challenged James King or you went to Randolph County, that challenge would be denied. So that's the first part of the answer. Now, as long as you are in your area, so if you're asking if any of your challenges can be denied, the first and the true and the real answer, in my opinion, is no. You have a right to do that per the state law. You have a right to do that and to put forward that challenge. And the election board should hear that challenge. And that's that. However, one of the biggest reasons that I'm doing everything that I've done this season with the challenge is because I'll come back to that. I love that. It is because One of the things I say is because we're dealing with hypocrites. Okay? We're dealing with hypocrites. I am where I live. You are where you live. And a lot of people in those areas are. Yoko says a couple years ago in Delaware County, someone was challenged and it was based on character. And the board voted not to hear it because there was nothing they could vote on. That is also an answer. So, have you all heard me when I've talked about something being a challengeable thing? When I say I'm challenging someone on the can too, okay?
So I can't.
That is a challengeable. You're muted.
I'm not muted. I can't fill out a challenge in Randolph County against somebody because I don't like their face. That would not be challengeable.
Apparently, isn't that weird? Yeah, right.
Man. So I have to be.
You've got really. Go ahead.
I have to be allowed to make the challenge, and the challenge has to be something challengeable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, and I'll tell you, like Yoko said, first of all, I want to tell you, you've got some kind of crazy delay.
Oh.
But that's the reason I thought you were muted. Anyway, it's not that big a deal. I was just letting you know. But here's the thing.
It's the JD internet.
It is, isn't it? Now, I think that was okay. Here's the thing. Like Kate was saying, I don't think they can just outright challenge it and say, no, this can't go. For example, if Kate said, I don't like, I'm not going to use Kate. I'm not going to put her in that situation. We'll use her husband, Niles. If Niles said, I don't like Missy Williams and I don't like her face and I'm going to challenge her face, I think they would have to go before the hearing and they would say, we got a challenge here, and they would have to vote to not hear it. I don't think they can just say, no, we're not taking this. I think it has to go to the election board meeting and they have to say, we got this and this is not an appropriate challenge. And they have to vote as the body to not hear it. So that's that. I don't think they can just say, we got this challenge in, we're not hearing. Imagine if there was just one challenge and that challenge was for a non-challengeable reason. I don't think they can just say no. There's been this rumor going around that they weren't even going to listen to Kristopher Bilbrey's challenge of Sherry Riggin. Oh, they're not even going to listen to that. Well, that's not true because they have their meeting. They've had their meeting posted since Friday, and I'm on it, and so they're gonna listen to it. You know, they can do the right thing or they can be hypocritical, but that's that will be left up to them in that meeting. What was that Kate put up or that Catherine put up? If we would have had more time to review these, I would have had more to challenge. I don't know. Are you talking about, who are you talking about challenging? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I think the challenge on the names, I just read through the filing and it does not say legal name. You cannot challenge someone for legal name. I just read through the official statute for candidate challenging. The other thing is, are you talking about you would challenge precinct committee people or committee people and delegates? Because here's the thing. I could see a period where here's the other thing. I am not a fan whose date does not match the notary. Oh. Yes. Now, was that on the can 2, the can 12, or was that on both? For Rob Steele.
Only the can 2 is notarized.
No. Back of the can 12, the can 12 is notarized too.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's so confusing.
Okay, yeah, it's a pain. It is a pain. So the delegate seats. So in all fairness, I didn't even get the delegate seats. I didn't. All I requested was the candidates in Madison County, because that was my primary focus. I knew I wouldn't be able to go through all of the precinct committee people and all of the delegates. Plus, I didn't get. I don't know who. Well, I'm not going to say that. I just didn't. I didn't get everything. Yeah, I'd be interested, Kate. That thing that she put up, if she sent you, if you could put something up, I would be interested in seeing what that is, and also. If I'm not really sure if the paper wench is watching, but if so, please send to me a candidate's legal name, section 4, for purpose of placement of a candidate's name on the ballot. A candidate's legal name is determined under this section. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Paper wench, can you send a candidate's legal name is considered to be name shown on the candidate's birth certificate? Okay. Paper wench, if you are watching this, can you please send me the Indiana code, the 3? Oh no, stand by. Hey Kate, if you, I've got it right here. Can you pop up here for a second?
Of course, nothing delights me more. It's very, very long.
I'll be right.
It would take like 8 things to get the whole code.
Yeah, you don't got to do. Don't. If you, I'm going to send you something, and if you could just share it, like pull it up, and we'll share it instead of posting it in the thing.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I can do that. And he's gone, and you're stuck with me again. Yeah, that's the legal name, and then there's stuff that's challengeable, and I don't know where the overlap is. Hopefully, Kristopher, like a rug, Kate, like a rug.
Okay, I just sent you there. I just sent you the little challenge. You'll have to put in Indiana code, but I sent you the code.
Okay.
This will show us once and for all. Once and for all. Now, I absolutely think. I mean, I think we're talking about Gardner. I think we're talking about Gardner is who the main issue. Well, and Culp. So first of all, Culp has. Yeah. Okay. So back up here for a second. There's no question that your legal name. Okay. So I'm going to give you an example. All right. I have an uncle, who passed away, but his birth name was Johnny Ray Bilbrey. His birth name was Johnny Ray Bilbrey. On his birth certificate, it would say Johnny Ray Bilbrey, but he didn't go by Johnny. He went by John. His legal birth name was Johnny Ray Bilbrey. If he ran for office, I could see him filing paperwork as John Bilbrey. Okay, now, all right, can you blow that up at all, Kate? This is Indiana Code 3-8-2-7. The declaration of each candidate required by this chapter must be signed before a person authorized to administer oaths, and it must contain the following information: the candidate's name. Notice it does not say legal name, it just says candidate's name, printed or typewritten, as candidate wants candidate's name to appear on the ballot. And the candidate's name is permitted to appear on the ballot under 357. Okay, the candidate's name is permitted to appear on the ballot under 357. A statement that the candidate is a registered voter and the location of the candidate's precinct or township or ward, if applicable, and the city or town, county, and state. The candidate's complete residence address, the candidate's mailing address is different from the residence address, the mailing address. Okay, now for the argument here, can you look up in this same page, the same thing, that 357? Okay, a registered voter of the election district of a candidate, a registered voter of the election district a candidate seeks to represent may file a sworn statement with the election division or county election board under a candidate uses on, there's I think an extra 7 there. Can you back that last 7 out? Go to, yeah, go there. Okay, next part of the code. Okay, all right, next part of the code. Okay, as used in this chapter, name refers to the following: an individual's given name, an individual's surname, and an individual's middle name. Okay, all right, move forward. For purpose of placement on a candidate's name on the ballot, a candidate's legal name is determined for purpose of placement of a candidate's name on the ballot. A candidate's legal name is determined under this section, except as provided in subsection C. A candidate's legal name is considered to be the name shown on the candidate's birth certificate. Okay, there's no argument there. If a candidate uses a name after marriage described in subsection D, or takes a name through a judicial proceeding that is different from the name shown on the candidate's birth certificate, the most recent name used after marriage or taken in the judicial proceeding is considered to be the candidate's legal name. A name a candidate uses after marriage is considered a candidate's legal name and if the name satisfies any of the following. The name is the name appearing on the candidate's birthing certificate. The name is the name used when the candidate is an applicant for marriage license. The name is the combination of the names the candidate and the candidate's spouse use as applicants in their marriage license. And then from there, it says, a candidate may use on the ballot any combination of designation permitted in this section. A candidate may not use on the ballot a designation other than a designation permitted in this section. The subject is subject to subsections D and E. A candidate may use designations on the ballots as follows. The first designation on a candidate uses on the ballot may be one of the following. They may use their candidate's legal given name. They may use the initial of the candidate's legal given name, the candidate's legal middle name, the initial of the candidate's legal middle name, the candidate's nickname after the designation. Okay, after the designation under subdivision 2, the candidate may use the following if not used in subdivision 1 or 2: the candidate's nickname, the candidate's legal surname. After the designation used in subdivision 3, a candidate may use the candidate's legal surname on the ballot. If not used after candidate's legal surname, the candidate may use any of the following: a senior or a junior or a numerical designation. A candidate may use a nickname on the ballot only if the nickname satisfies the following. The nickname may be which the candidate is commonly known. Well, yeah, we'll get to that in just one second. Let me read through this because this is like the law. The nickname that complies with the subsection, unless the candidate uses the nickname as the first designation under subsection C1, notwithstanding any other method of designation used by the candidate in a document declaring the consent to an individual's candidacy. Any nickname permitted under this section must be set forth on the ballot within parentheses. A candidate may not use a title, degree, or designation that implies title or degree. Okay, and then go to the last one there, which is the section. Okay, wait, go back up here because this is very important. The other thing is, I want to be very clear. All of this challenge about the name only refers to technically office for a state or county-wide office. It does not pertain to state delegate race or state precinct race. So while someone might have a challenge, while a candidate might have a challenge on someone's countywide or state name as given because of a legal name issue, they do not have that when it comes to precinct committee person or state delegate. Okay, so go through real quick and show us. Sure, and I understand that, but I'm just telling you, I think you have challengeable issues for Todd. I don't think that you have a challengeable issue for Gardner. It'll be interesting to see what they do, because I think they've been very clear. I mean, there's been a long history in Indiana. I don't think that you have to. This is all about, because everything that we're talking about here all applies to name on a ballot. I don't think that there's anything that directs. I've never seen any law that directs name on the top of a Can 2 form is my issue. If there's any pictures that we have, I think she said she sent some pictures. I'm interested in this. I mean, this is something that's interesting. Okay. So for example, it says, I, John M. Richwine, hey, Kate, can you pop up here for 1 second?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go look at this other picture.
Okay. Hi again. You're stuck with me. It just says insert name. And so I've been looking through code and I haven't found anything about the candidacy forms that using legal name. And I get legal name they have code that talks about legal name of the candidate, but the two has directions. Oh God. All right. Can 2 Indiana instructions. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I just sent you the picture of a very up close part of the can too.
Of course you did.
And I don't see anything on there. I'm just saying I think it's, I mean, I definitely get where you're coming from. I just don't think that Rick is challengeable.
On that.
No, Rick didn't have challenge. If his name is not challengeable, Rick did not have challengeable anything on the can too.
Ah.
But her candidate, Todd Culp, has challengeable issues.
Okay, yes.
Which is my main concern.
Okay. I'm getting it for you, Kristopher.
You're fine. You're fine.
I'm getting it. Doing 5 things at once.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Researching and yeah.
Okay, so here it says, this form is used by an individual who is seeking Democratic or Republican Party nomination to an elected office. In a primary election, the declaration of candidacy must be filed not earlier than January 10th and not later than noon, February 9th. Please print or type all information in this form except all signatures. See important information on the back of the form. Candidates seek office of the U.S. Senator in primary election. Also file Can 4 form. Candidates seeking the office of governor in a primary election also file Can 25. Except for candidates seeking federal office, all candidates seeking primary nomination must attach the required statement of economic interest forms. See the 2024 candidate guide for more information regarding the statement of economic interest applicable to your office. And it says insert name. So it'll be interesting to see what the Madison County Election Board does. And look, I am not, yeah, I saw that. But again, IC 3575 refers to the name on the ballot, not the name at the top of the document. I'm just telling you, I think that's where they're going to come in. Just prepare yourself mentally for Rick not being. I saw that there. We'll go in here and we'll look at it here real quick. I'm just telling you, prepare yourself. I absolutely see it. State Form 46439 R21/823, Indiana Election Division 3827 3575, and both of those pertain to candidate's name on the ballot. So just prepare yourself. So you have to follow that code for what the name is on the ballot. And we all are aware that you do not need a legal name on the ballot. We'll see what happens. I can't wait to see what happens. If it wasn't illegal, have you ever seen me argue? Well, yeah, what are you talking about? I'm just okay with you being wrong
just
here.
Giving us forewarning, she's probably going to get thrown out of this meeting too.
Yes, right. I'll be there videoing it. I'll be there. It'll be fun. Listen, I'm just telling you, this is not a fight that I would fight. There are legitimate, here's the other thing. They're not attempting to claim they're other people. They are. We know these people to be Rick Gardner and Todd Culp. If this was someone that was, Sammy Roberts, and Sammy Roberts was saying that he was Rick Gardner, that would be a problem. That would be an issue. Or if, yeah, something like that. I think that's what the issue would be there. Russ made a big deal with a candidate 2 weeks ago about what? What did he make the big deal about? I got it. I understand that. But the difference is, here's the problem. Russ is nobody, so no one should listen to Russ. Russ is of no importance. And so if Russ wants to go file and challenge her on that, I would tell him the same thing. I would say, that's not a challengeable issue. Russ, you're an idiot. And that would be that. What about my uncle who became my aunt? What name would they be required to use? I used to play in a band called Uncle Sally. And the reason we had that name of that band was because the guitar player had an uncle named Sal. And when they went to San Diego, California, 2 years later, his uncle Sal became his Uncle Sally, and that's how we came up with the band name. So if legally the name was changed, they'd have to use that name. So if legally the name was changed, they have to use. I disagree with you on that. No, I don't think because it is fair for someone to use a different name on the ballot, and so as long as the person is not committing some fraudulent reason, some kind of fraud at the top, I think that it's a legitimate issue. I think, for example, if I had never used Kristopher and I went by Chris forever, ever, and I wrote on the top of the ballot Chris Bilbrey, and then I wrote down below, I want my name to appear Chris Bilbrey, I don't think that would be, I don't think they could legally challenge me for that. So I will talk to you off air about that bottom thing that you just said there. But my middle name, my maiden name, yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, you might call. The other thing is because, yeah, that would settle it. Is calling but we can't call until Tuesday. Yeah, I will send a message to Kochevar and find out what I have calls in everywhere. I'll get a hold of Matt and find out. Matt is the Matt and Valerie are the two attorneys. One's a Democrat and one's a Republican in the Secretary of State's office, and I generally push them back together. Karen, that's exactly right. Okay, so the bottom line is, with all of these challenges, okay, so do we know, Catherine, when the challenge in Madison County is? When's the challenge in Madison County? Is it did you tell me it was the 26th? I can't believe it's that late. Tentatively set for February 26th at 1:30. Delaware counties is set for Delaware counties is, well, they'll have to eventually, because they have to give 48 hours notice. So they can play all the games with it they want. But they will have to. That's the other reason why here is a very important lesson that I've recently learned about these filings. When filing the filing, you don't want to put down in the paperwork every single argument you have about each challengeable issue. You want to give the very bare minimum possible so that when you go in, if you're going to challenge somebody on 3 challengeable issues, there's 3 challengeable issues, then you want to give them just enough on 1, 2, and 3 so that they don't really know where you're coming from. Well, they can't. Yeah, they. Here's the bottom line: they've got to get 48 hours notice. So we'll get 48 hours notice, and we'll know when that is. And everyone challenged will be notified. They will have to show up. Everyone who issued a challenge will have to will be given notice. So they will have to show up, and both sides will be there. I will be there to live stream it. I will live stream as many of the election board meetings as I can. I want to talk about an interesting election board challenge out of Randolph County that just came in, that just came on today, actually, that I got notice of this. And this was that the Republican Party chairman, Ben Wells, who is an absolute knuckle-dragging Neanderthal, okay, he has challenged Karen Wilkins. Wilkins? Is her name Wilkins? Wilkins. I about said Wilkinson. I knew it wasn't Wilkins. He's challenged Karen Wilkins because he is claiming that she's not a Republican in good standing because she ran as a Democrat last year and that she has been a Democrat precinct committee person in the past. However, in the past 2 primaries, Karen has pulled Republican ballot. And in order for her to run last year, she had to be signed off on. And she is saying, this is not me. This is not where I was. They screwed me with this. She's polled 2 Republican primaries. She considers herself a Republican. By the law that they wanted, she could run as a Republican in one of 2 ways. She could ask the chairman, Ben Wells, to give her a sign-off, which he would not do, or she could vote in 2 primaries. She voted in the 2023 primary as a Republican. She voted in the 2022 primary as a Republican. And she is now capable of running as a Republican, and all's well. So that's very interesting, and it will be interesting to see because I was just getting ready to say what I thought they were going to do, but I don't want to give them a heads up. This one will be very interesting because this one will be very interesting to both because the Republican precinct committee person, the Republican Party chair, Ben Wells, does not care for her running. He does not want her to run. And the Democrat chair is mad that she's doing this. So everybody's mad that she's doing this. And it really shows they should get rid of the challenge period and let everybody run
for a bit.
No, I was thinking. Or did I really freeze?
You were frozen on my end.
Like this?
Kind of, yeah. I didn't know I had to memorize what pose you were in.
Yeah, right. The bottom line is, this is all nonsense that they're doing this because in the end, if you want to run and you're not a felon and registered voter, should be able to run. Did I freeze again?
Yep.
I don't understand what's going on. Hold on here. I'm going to back out and back in. Hold on. Come up here real quick. I'll back out and back on.
Okay.
Okay, are we good here?
Oh, hopefully this works now.
Yeah, hopefully so. We should be good. I'm not connected to Wi-Fi, so we should be good to go. So it'll be interesting to see what'll happen. I don't like this. This is too much thought being wasted on. This is not, to me, this is a lower form of political strategy. This is not political strategy. This is, driving to the big fight and hoping that you win because your opponent wrecks and don't get to the fight, and so you win by disqualification. It is manipulating the process. That's exactly right, Catherine. That's exactly right. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't like this, but I made a promise last year to everybody that could hear this. And I said, if you do this, I promise you, I will not forget, and I'll be coming for you guys next year. Well, it's next year. We're here. And so I had to keep my word. And now, hopefully after this, they'll be willing to say, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're not going to make any stupid challenges. I'm not going to make any stupid challenges. We're going to rock and roll and be fair and let it fall where it falls by allowing the citizens to vote. That's what it should be. Person 1 should file. Person 2 should file. Person 3 or 4 or 5. I would love to have 5 people file for each office on the Republican side, and I would like to have 5 people file on the Democrat side, because then the voters could pick from the very best candidates possible. If you've got 5 people, chances are someone could rise to the top and be the best pick. That's what I would like to see. Alpha says that's a noble idea, letting the citizens decide, because what's happening here, if these challenges go through, is the election board deciding. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? Thank you for being here. So, I'm about to put my hand on an armrest that was not there. The thing is, the best part about YouTube is there's always a replay. I wasn't challenged for precinct committeeman. So I must be considering good. Ryan wasn't challenged for precinct committeeman, so I must. Hey, you weren't challenged for precinct committee person, and you weren't challenged for your candidate position, so you must be good to go. But Catherine, here's the thing. It's not just your GOP. It's our GOP. It's the GOP in Randolph County. It's also the Democrats. And a lot of times, this has been a game the Democrats have played for years.
And the
this
GOP
is just
at the state level too.
Powerful people. It's the GOP at the state level. It's absolutely. We are seeing this play out in presidential race. Not let the citizens decide. This is not supposed to be decided by people in meetings where citizens don't even know they're going on, with 2 or 3 people voting on a Tuesday 4 months before the primary even happens. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And what did someone say here? I'm an upstanding Republican, Ryan says. Yes, sir. More so than even a lot of what we have here in Delaware County. Now, I want to end this. I want to talk about something that's been really concerning. And this is something that probably goes on. Here's the thing. Well, I'm challenging 2 people. But I'm not really getting into specifics because I'm not wanting to give these people a heads up of where I'm coming from, because I'm trying to not give them more time to review what I'm saying. But for those that are maybe have not heard, I have challenged Sherry Riggin because she does not have file stamp anywhere on her paperwork. There's not a file stamp on the front page of her Can-2. There's not a file stamp on the back page of her Can-2. There's not a file stamp on the front page of her Can-12. There's not a file stamp on the back page of her Can-12. There is no filing paperwork anywhere on her paperwork ever, period. She is missing a file stamp. And it's not clerk's error. It is personal responsibility. She's in trouble. Person number 2 that I am challenging is Bradley Bookout, and he is missing his notary signature, which is a massive issue. Now, Mr. Williams here, who is a Republican candidate for Delaware County Council at large, along with Ryan Webb and Amber Green. He is also challenging Mr. Bookout for the same reason that I am. And he is also challenging Mr. Ed Carroll, who is the Delaware County Auditor, and he is the party chairman, and he is Precinct 51 precinct chair. And so he's being challenged for his reelection bid for the precinct chair because he did not put his county in the box. And so those are the challenges, and those are the things that they are missing. As far as strategy of what I am doing or saying the day of the challenges, I'm going to hold off on those because I'm not trying to give them heads up before we go in there. That said, I look for them to uphold the law and uphold the rule of law. The number one thing is they need to ensure that this process is fair, free, and safe and secure. Okay. If the election board goes in their favor, the next step is forward charging on towards the May 7th election and beat them in the election. Bilbrey is Williams. As long as Mike Jones, in Mike Jones' twisted mind, absolutely. That is exactly true there. Dave, that's hilarious. So technically, Catherine, if there is a legitimately good challenge, there are situations in which you could file suit. But if you can't, but the chairman can put people in that spot in July, right? If no one else is running in that spot. We are, that's what they said. Audie. Okay, so wait a minute. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Audie? So, for example,
I think
I have
he's
filed
asking
against.
so say that both the commissioner candidates, Riggin and Ingram, are both removed from the ballot because of challenges. I know.
Well, Ingram's not being challenged.
I know that. Say that happens.
Okay.
Okay. So we get to primary season. We get the ballot. There's no one on the ballot. What happens then?
Then in June, well, okay, so if Ingram, okay, so if you have two Republican that are going for commissioner and both of those people are challenged in June, the Republican chair could put somebody in. Okay, what you're saying there, Audie, though, doesn't work, because if Sherry Riggins gets struck, then your Republican candidate for the November election would be Troy Ingram, because Troy Ingram currently is facing Sherry Riggin. So if Sherry Riggin gets thrown off the ballot, then Troy is the winner of the primary. If Bookout gets struck, there are 6 other candidates. But does Ed have someone running against him? Yes, Ed has someone running against him. It's David Williams who's challenging him. Ed is running as a precinct committee person for re-election to that seat. And I don't think if you're... It's all stuff that would happen after the primary. Right, that's Yoko, that's correct. So if these people are kicked off of the ballot, then Bookout would just be kicked off. And what's her name would be kicked off. Oh, yes, Cindy, always. You're watching this. I appreciate you watching from wherever you're watching. However, if you watch from YouTube, you have a better watch experience because people see more comments. By the way, while we're here, I will remind you to please hit that like button. Also, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell so you stay up to date when we go live Sunday through Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and when we drop other content. And then do all of that. Cindy, hit that like button. Yes, 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 yes. Never be removed except by limits. So evil just gets to rule. Hell, never to be removed except by limits. I'm telling you. That's the thing. I mean, we fight and fight, but you know what that does, man. And the only way someone can be appointed to run in general by the party chair is if there is no candidate running for that seat out of the party. Yes. Alva, you are correct, sir. That's absolutely correct. So that's the thing. Now, I will say, you know, it's interesting because there's rumors going around. There's rumors going around that people have said, oh, they will not let Bookout be kicked off. Ah, thank you. Haha. They will not let Bookout be kicked off of... You said that Republicans are running. No, Republicans are currently running 7 at large. So the 7 people that are running at large in Delaware County are, and I'm going to tell you my picks first, okay? Ryan, Amber, David, Ryan, Webb, Amber Green, David Williams. Those are the 3 people that I want to win the race, okay? Then we have Eugene Whitehead, who has never won an election. We have Jessica Piper, who we absolutely have to beat. And book out. So maybe they're only running 6 people. Who's running, David? Help me out. Or Ryan? Oh, dude. Remind me to tell you about that sometime. Jesse, Lori Jesse, who is yeah, I forgot about her. So there are 7 people running. And that's exactly right. Audie Barber, you're exactly right. Let me show you here. Let me show you this. I'm going to put this up on the screen so people can see this, because this is important, and you are exactly right. Bradley Bookout, BB, currently paid $340,000 a year from Delaware County Commissioners due to his position as the Senior Project Manager of ECI Regional Planning District and Director of Operations of Augusta Consulting. Longtime Democrat. He is a long-time Democrat. Long-time Democrat. Ridiculous. And he's running as a Republican now because he wants to help his buddy old pal, Jessica, and he wants to do the bidding of his overlord, James King, and he wants to try to get rid of Amber Green. He wants to try to get rid of Ryan Webb. Wants to try to get rid of David Williams because they have this evil plot. And that's why you cannot vote for Bradley Bookout. You cannot vote for James King. You cannot vote for Sherry Riggin. You must vote for Stephen Brand in District 1 Commissioner. You must vote for Troy Ingram, District 2 Commissioner. And you must vote for the 3 Republican candidates, Webb, Green, and Williams. Okay. I want to tell you guys, this is very important and something that I am going to be pushing. I need to remind everybody that this year's election, in a lot of ways, is going to be decided on Tuesday, May 7th. Don't set the primary out. Tuesday, May 7th. All right, Tuesday, May 7th. That's very, 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 very important. We need people to go and vote in the primary. You also need to be aware that just because you live in District 3 or 4, Commissioner's District 3 or 4, you get to vote against James King, and you also get to vote against Sherry Riggin. You get to vote for Brand, and you get to vote for Troy Ingram. You all get to vote for all of the Republican at-large candidates because it's a county-wide election. And the districts only matter for the candidates that are running. Everyone in Delaware County will vote for Troy, or should get to vote for Troy, and they should vote for Troy. And everyone in the county will get to vote for, or should vote for, or will at least have a chance to vote for Stephen Brand and against King. We need to do that, folks. I'm telling you, never before in Delaware County history have we had a chance to make things right for a change. And I'm telling you, in Madison County, never before have they had a chance to really clean things up the way that they are in Madison County. But you guys got to come out and you got to vote in May. You got to get registered to vote. You got to be registered to vote. The voters' deadline ends. I'm going to put this up here. Look, The voters registration ends for the 2024 primary election at 11:59 on Monday, April 8th, 2024. You get registered or check and or update your registration at www.indianavoters, that's voters with an S, www.indianavoters.com. INDIANAVOTERS.com. Do it today. Do not delay. It takes 3 to 5 minutes and your driver's license or ID card. It's very easy. It's very easy. It's too easy. It's so easy you could do it before the end of this video. Just do it. Be done with it. Have it done. If you've moved, if you got married, if you got divorced, if you've never registered, if you're a felon, you can't run for office, but you can vote. Don't let people tell you that you can't. You absolutely can. Please do so. Get registered. Vote for Stephen Brand. Vote for Troy Ingram. Vote for Webb. Vote for Green. Vote for Williams. Change Delaware County. We have a chance to change Delaware County. WGW. I tell you, that's great. WGW. Even brainless slaves can register. I love it. Williams Green Webb. I don't care how you want to do it. You can put Williams Green Webb. You can put Green Webb. You can put your Webb Williams. You can put William. I don't care how you do that. You could be however you want to put it. Listen. People talk about staying positive. Oh, we want to hear what they're going to do. Listen, I'll tell you, if King is defeated, can Bookout be replaced by appointing someone new to that job? Absolutely. Let me tell you, if and when King is defeated and Sherry is defeated, if and when they're defeated, Bookout can be replaced. Mike Jones can be replaced. But even more than those mindless idiots, Delaware County will be facing prosperity. Listen to me, prosperity. Hey, if you can, really quick, I want to show you guys this before we go. Kate, can you pull up Ryan Webb? Ryan, on his Facebook profile, he has a video. It's a very short video. I want to share that for folks. A lot of people don't know that there was a special county council meeting last Friday at like 4 o'clock. Now, I had a lot of stuff going on, and I knew that I would not be able to go. I thought, okay, that's cool. I know I can't go, but I'm going to watch it live stream.
It's like 2 minutes.
Is it in the meeting? Is it in the meeting room?
Well, hold on. I'll put this up. This?
Yeah. Can you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go over and enlarge it, and you tell me when to hit play, okay?
Okay.
Hit it?
Yeah, go ahead and hit it.
So I do think there's some logic that having flexibility helps if we have to go find talented people to fill positions or help in emergencies or whatever the case may be. So that's what in lieu of hiring consultants or temporary employees from an agency, it gives some flexibility to the elected officials. So I do think there's some value in that alone. But I also agree wholeheartedly, it's going to be hard to track initially if an elected official decides that's the person they're going to pay for a year at that rate, then, you know, we got to keep tabs on what the budget numbers are.
I think it's important to also point out that I believe part-time is up to 29 hours a week, correct? Anybody confirm that?
Yeah.
So 29 hours a week when our with full-time is 32 hours a week, 32 and a half hours a week. So you're really looking at a difference of 3 hours, you know, amongst the employee. I could be working right next to this gentleman here. He works 3 hours less than me a week, and he's making $25 an hour, and I'm making
benefits.
whatever. I understand that.
Well,
And that's
use the
part of
auditor
it.
For an example, like if they only have $5,000 in their part-time line, that's all they can use. I mean, they have to come before us again, and we could say no.
Well, problem is we don't say no very often.
I want to add one more thing in there. If you're talking about highly skilled personnel, this would be a cheaper route to go than having to go and contract out somebody or company to come in and do whatever you're wanting done. So it's another way of taking care of it in-house and hopefully being able to do it at a cheaper cost to the taxpayers.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, that makes sense in and of itself, for sure.
I'm not opposed to it moving. I just don't like the range up to $25.
Like I said, you know, it's our first reading, so
Well, and plus,
Get
we're
the
not-
first reading.
I suggest we don't suspend any.
I can't stand to hear her talk.
Approve it
I
in
planned on this
regular
being in
meeting.
our next month's meeting. It's already on the agenda, so.
Ugh. God, I can't even stand to hear her talk. So I like what Ryan said there. We don't say no enough. We just push it on through. Push it. All right. That's what I want to say about that. I also want to say thanks to Ryan for recording this meeting, because the county council president, Jessica Piper, called a special meeting, but she said, we don't need to live stream this meeting. It's a special meeting. You know, if this was 2025, she would have broken the law right there, but we're not in 2025 yet, so she didn't. However, they did put it in the budget to live stream those meetings, so they should be. So my question to Jessica Piper, why are you not live streaming these meetings, Ms. Piper? Why are you not doing that? You need to be doing that. These meetings need to be seen by the public. Okay, I agree with Ryan. I agree with Matt Kantz. Yoko, I don't know. I do not know what these meetings are. I have no clue because it wasn't live streamed. Now, I think that Ryan did record the whole meeting, so I'm going to go back and watch it, but I don't know what they're talking about. It's definitely ridiculous. It's definitely ridiculous what they're doing. Getting back to Jack's point, fix the recall issue. Yes, Jack. Yes, sir. Yes, brother. Listen, I'm right on you. I want a recall law here in the state of Indiana. I want to be able to impeach idiot jack-off candidates that don't do what they're supposed to be. I want to be able to impeach John Sproles. I want to be able to impeach James King. I want to be able to impeach Jessica. Let me tell you something. We have to fix the problem in the state house and the state senators before we can do that, because we need those people to write the law. Right now, they are trying to protect themselves rather than protect citizens. So we need to really change some stuff up there so we can do that. But brother, I am right there with you, and we are going to work on that. Getting back to this meeting, Ryan says it was a part-time position in the auditor's office. And let me tell you, the auditor's office in Delaware County is in a major world of hurt, just like Madison County. The worst part about it, though, is the auditor is the party chairman. And I want to tell you very clear that there is a major problem. The auditor is not working on auditing for Delaware County. He's not doing his job. He has been running Republican Party business out of his taxpayer funded office for months now. I know of a Republican that wanted to run for office last year that didn't end up running for office. They talked him out of doing it. He had an hour-long meeting with the party chairman at the party chairman's home. Nope. At the party chairman's party office. Nope. In the auditor's office. In the auditor's office. Should the taxpayers of Delaware County be paying the Delaware County auditor to conduct Republican Party business Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4? Should our Delaware County Democrat friends be paying for the Republican Party chairman to conduct party business on auditor time? Should our libertarian friends be paying for that? Let me get real close, Ed, so you can hear me. Ed, do you think that that's something that you should be getting paid for? Come on. No, back up here. Come here. Tell me what you're going to say.
I was saying, should Republican taxpayers be paying for that? Forget the Democrats, Republican, any of them. Should any taxpayer be paying for him to do party business on city time?
Yes. Madison County Handbook says it's not. Hey, let me tell you something else. I think the Hatch Act, the Hatch Act says it's not okay. And my hair's looking pretty good today, but I do need a haircut. You're right. That would be a pretty good thing to do. But besides I'd almost say throw the handbook out and pull the Hatch Act up. The little Hatch Act, I think would speak differently. I think the State Board of Accounts would have a serious concern about this. This is very, very, very serious. The fact that we have a political party chair, okay, all right. We have a political chair that is conducting business during the day. Ding, 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 ding. Cindy said it. And I got to get back to Audie's statement. Audie was like, remember, the Democrats are going to. Cindy's right on. Party lines are so blurry. All I see are criminals. Absolutely. I got to kick back to what Audie said. Audie said, now remember, the Democrats might put some people in after June. Audie, the Democrats are already highly involved with this election. I cannot respect Democrats who have decided to lay this out so that they can jump over and vote in the primary to cause chaos and then get put on the ballot. If Democrats wanted to be voted on, they should have filed from the month of January to February, and they should have been in the primary. I can't respect people. I cannot respect people who jump on after. You've never done that. You've never done that. You've always busted your ass and you've always worked in the primary. Look, the Democrats already put Bookout and King in. Yeah. See, look here. The Democrats are already running in this race. Book Out and King. Oh, I always listen to Jack. You don't like my hair? You don't like my hair, Jack? You don't think it's good? Looking good right now. God, I look like my dad. It's crazy. My hair is grayer than my dad's in that picture. I can show you that picture in a bit. But remember, everyone, is a vote for. Remember, everyone, a Democrats are not that smart. If they were, they would vote out the king. Remember, everyone, to vote for D. Williams and Troy Aaron's vote for. Now, you sharp, bro. Could be sharp as metal, sharp as metal. You know it, bro. And somebody Jackie asked, I think this is a very important message. Let me try to get back here and find this, unless Kate has it. Kate. I don't think she does. Let me see. I want to get back here to Jackie's comment. This is very good. Who is this David Williams? His Facebook page has very little info about him. Well, Jackie, that is a great question. Who is this David Williams? Well, it's David Williams. No, maybe coming up here in the future, Dave will have an event. You will be able to see and hear from him this coming Thursday. And we'll probably have him on at some point and let him talk to you all so you guys can get to know him and get familiar with him. I got to be honest. I didn't know him from Adam here for very long. He's somebody that started watching here. He's not David Williams that ran for sheriff. Okay, he's not David Williams that ran for sheriff. He's not the Democrat David Williams. He's the Republican David Williams. He's from the Daleville area. He's running for precinct committee person against Ed Carroll. He's running for Delaware County Council. And so far, from everything that he and I the conversations we've had, I tend to like where he's coming from. I don't know. I'm not going to, profess to know him as much as I know Troy. I don't know him as much as I know Audie, but I am going to definitely, continue vetting him, but I'm there with him so far, unless, we find like bodies in the basement or something. I dig it. So I'm pushing him so far, and we're going to just keep going with where we are. I seem to like what he's saying and what he stands for, and I can respect that. Now, I'm sure there's going to be things that we disagree on, but there's things that I disagree on with everybody, and vice versa. So that's fine. He does say a felon can't run for office, but we got a bunch of criminals already in office, right? They're called pre-felons. They're called pre-felons. Jackie, in all fairness, he did say that he left social media, which to me means he is a far more intelligent person than most. He left social media and got out of that bizarro world that we are all in, but he is back. And he really kind of got pissed off after how the last year's election went down and how everything happened. And he's been following what's happening, and he's getting involved. And so hopefully over the next several weeks, days, weeks, and months, we'll get to know him on here, and we'll be able to give you someone that you feel confident in voting for. That's the hope. So, but Dave, FYI, you heard right there. There's your first citizen saying, "I'm looking information up on you, and I can't tell much. You might want to get your page back rocking and rolling with pictures, smiling pictures showing your beautiful face and all that information about you. I'll be at the Tea Party meeting Tuesday. Okay, that's good. I like it. So you guys know what to do. All right, hey, we're gonna roll from here, and we're gonna let you guys get back to your Sunday evening. We have a lot of content this week to bring your way. It's going to be a busy week. We've got a lot to do. We've got election board meetings. We've got candidates to push. We've got politics and government to watch. We've got a lot going on. What are you talking about? Dave doesn't have that many people that can vote for him. Yeah, no, Dave is running for councilman. So he's countywide. He is countywide. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I said he was precinct committee person earlier, but he's also running for county council. So you guys will all be able to see him and hear from him next Thursday, or this coming Thursday, as we I'll put this up. You'll be able to hear and see from him as we take on the powers that be this coming Thursday. Challenges filed by David Williams and Kristopher Bilbrey this coming Thursday, February 22nd, 2024 at 10 a.m. Audie, if you're still off work, you ought to come up there and watch the event. It should be a really, really good time. Oh, and really quickly, before we go, I just want to ask you guys one last time, do you like the new logo? Do you like the new artwork? You not like it? What's your thoughts? Tell me what you're thinking. Let me know. Tell us down below or sideways. You know what to do. If you don't like it, if you do like it, if you don't like it, if you like it, let me know. If you don't, keep it to yourself. And we will be back here tomorrow at the it's very Republican. Don't care about the color. I just like red. Here's the thing. I really like blue. But I don't want to be confused for being the only thing I won't be able to welcome. Oh no, I can't see the small print. Wait a minute. You can't see the small print. I put the big print in there. It says the political spotlight, Bilbrey, Rudd, Thornburg, Sunday through Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. YouTube.com/. And we'll I will get a little light. I'll get that down in the corner. I'm glad you said that. I'll work on that. I will work on that. There, Alva. Good eye. I will get that. So thin blue line. Your names are super small. All right, I'll work on that too. So, all right, folks. Thank you guys very, 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 very much. I am very thankful for all of you that's been here and check this out. Hey, we've got a lot of good news coming in the next few days, weeks, and months. So stick around. I promise I'm going to work on getting a haircut tomorrow. I'll try to get me a haircut. So Jackal, shut up. I want to put it back in a little ponytail back here. You don't think I could put it back in a little ponytail? Don't you think that'd look cool? I'd be like Steven Seagal or something. Yeah, Cindy, you might have to put us on the 65-inch TV and watch us from that way. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be back 9 p.m. Remember, 9 p.m. tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, tonight, Sunday. We will be back. Take care. God bless. Have a good evening. Prayers to my grandmother. Thank you all. Good night. Goodbye. Well, thank you, Troy Ingram. No, I like the old one. Well, thank you too, Carano. Turn the red light out.